gosh.
Why don't we just go like, all right, everybody, this is it. This is live right now. All right, this is the whole Beboop team, and we're super excited. We just did a major release last night. Matt, why don't we just go through it? Probably the most major change is that the web drill beta is now just drill, because we've accomplished getting off of Zoom, and now we're on our own purpose-built platform that's going to give us the foundation to do so many things that are going to benefit our students. Number one being customized screens. Let's see, what else does it give us? It gives a drill instructor more control of who can speak and when they can speak, which in effect improves the flow of the class and gives all students more speaking opportunities. So you're speaking more words per minute in our new platform opposed to Zoom. Yeah, what else?
We just made it where instead of teaching 18 minutes worth of Spanish, where students get an opportunity to speak, they now have 24 minutes. So that's a pretty big improvement.
Oh, and then
33%
also
more speaking time during a drill.
Gigantic. And also, if you're an observer, if you're late, it's okay. You can still drop into the drill and participate. So before, we had very strict rules of who can participate and when they can arrive. Now you can just drop in as an observer, and you're not going to disrupt the class. You're not going to disrupt the flow. You're not going to disrupt the teacher. So it's a more seamless experience, and you can still learn Spanish if you're 3 minutes late, 5 minutes late. So that's big.
We no longer have to manage two different systems of Zoom and our own purpose-built WebRTC platform. That's huge from a running the business standpoint and keeping our customer communication up to date. So we just made our lives easier, which ultimately makes our drill instructors and students' lives easier. We think, we hope.
Yes. And then what else? What else we got here?
Since we launched the ability to join as an observer, we've had lots of students joining as observers just to listen in, and it has not cannibalized the number of speaker slots that are being booked. So it's people who we think are just kind of on the go, and they don't want to necessarily get feedback or be heard by other people, but they want to listen to what essentially is a live Spanish speaking podcast, which doesn't really exist. So that's a pretty interesting novel thing that we've built and essentially invented.
Yeah. And I guess like on top of like, if you're, say you're an absolute beginner student, like level 1, you can now observe a level 3 class. So you can see and experience what it's like to be at a level 3 student, which is something we didn't allow before because each additional student was taking away from the learning of other students. But now with the observers, we unlock that. And the observer mode, it's just in its like infancy, right? So it's interactive. It tells the students when they're actually supposed to speak and when they're supposed to listen. And really, like, there's so much more we can do with it, whether it's like prompting multiple choice questions, having the people observing, you know, give emotions and or celebrations and reactions to the current students who are speaking, having them enable like giving feedback to people, things like that. So there's a lot we can do with the observer mode. Let's see, what else do we got that people will be excited to know about? Well, completely new book page, right? So you'll be able to log in and sign up from the same location. What else?
Some under the hood improvements made it where loading each page now takes a fraction of the time it took previously. So a student that's been with us for a long time has taken 200 or 300 Spanish drills, which we have many of those students. The home page and the book page would take, in some cases, 4 or 5 seconds to load. Now it takes under a second. So dramatic improvement, 500–600% improvement.
All right, wow.
All right. And people feel what, like 500 to 800 milliseconds. So that'll help us help people feel a little bit more confident in the platform, I think.
All right, good stuff. Anyone else want to mention any changes that happened in this massive migration off of Zoom and onto our own platform? Sorry, it's been 2 years in the making, so I'm super jazzed.
You guys, I think, hit all the big changes. I just wanted to mention that I'm excited about all the stuff that it unlocks for us. We're already working on how do we engage observers more and promote observers to be able to actually interact in some cases in the class, and lots of different kind of gamification things we can do, and lots of new experiences that are unlocked by being off of Zoom and on our own platform in the browser. So that's exciting to think about working on.
Excited too. All right, well, everyone, thank you so much. All right, great. Okay.